Hi viewers, welcome back with another video and another topic. My name is Shahid. I am a registered real estate consultant in Dubai and we are authorized sales partner for all the major developers in Dubai. In today's video, I'll be explaining you how to rent a flat in Dubai. This is a very important topic, so please watch my video till the end and like the video and subscribe the channel. So this is a very crucial thing, that when you are in Dubai and you want to rent a flat in Dubai and but you don't have an idea that how the things will go. You might ask with some friends and but sometimes they cannot give you also the clear picture. So since we are experienced in real estate in Dubai and we know the tricks and tips, so this will be helpful if you are going to rent out a property in Dubai. So the first thing, viewers, when you are renting a property in Dubai, you need to ensure that you have the documents. You are eligible to take a tenancy. Which documents you require, viewers? You need the Emirates ID, you need the valid visa and valid passport. If you have these three documents, it means that you can rent a flat in Dubai. After ensuring this, you need to specify and you need to determine yourself that which area you want to take a flat or a villa, and after knowing that which area I am looking for this property, you have to specify your budget, that within this budget and I want to take a flat in this area and in this budget, and the type of property, if you need a studio flat or a one bedroom flat or a two bedroom flat. Once you know these three things, that I am having this kind of budget and this type of property I need and this area I required, so then it's time for you now to go on the web search and look for the options. How you will go on the web search? Again, very important thing, there are some websites in Dubai which help the people to find the property. One of them is bayut.com, then you have dubizal.com, and then you have the propertyfinder.com. Viewers, there is another clue, that there are some properties which are not available and still some agents put the ad and the property is not available. So when you call them, you might have a little disappointment that the properties which are not available, they are listing it. But again, there are some features in bayut.com. There is a true check. In property finder, there is something called verified listening. You can click on those and verify and confirm with the agents if the property is available or not. So you will have to go on the web search, you will make your search and you will shortlist the options matching with your requirement, and then you will call those agents and agencies one by one. So when you are calling the agency or the agent, you will ask them, your ad is there on Dubizal and Property Finder, wherever you find, and I'm interested in this property. Is this property still available or not? And another thing, before you call them, you need to ensure that you are reading the description, not just you're seeing the price and you're giving them a call. You have to read the description. There are sometimes there are something which is mentioned in the description, and if you did not fully read the advertisement, then again you might be surprised. So please read the description carefully before you call them. So after calling a few agents, you will get to know that this is how it's going on, and it's now the time for you to make the appointment for viewing. And you can before you start making appointment for viewings, you need to ask some question to the agents regarding this property, about the facilities, amenities, and that whatever they say, if it's matching with the description, then you can arrange the viewing. So arrange the viewing, that is another, there is clue in that you should arrange a viewing in daytime, so you know that what you are seeing. Sometime apartments which are available for rental does not have diva means electricity, so you have no idea what you are going to see if it's dark. So I recommend you, whenever you arrange a viewing, arrange in the daylight, in the daytime, might be before 5 or 6 o'clock, so it will help you to understand better. And even though if there is no light in the room, so still you can see the things. and the views for sure. Some people like the views. When it's dark, you can't see the views from the flat. So arrange a viewing in the daytime. And when you're going on the viewing, you need to also take care of small things, that you ask the agent about the facilities. You don't just see the flat. When you are seeing the flat, also see the amenities and facilities in the building. If there is kid play area, you have a kid, you want to see it. If it's bigger enough, it's if it's good, cool, or a swimming pool, or gym, or the jacuzzi, whatever facilities they mentioned and you want, you also need to check them at the time of viewing. Another very important thing at the time of viewing which you need to go and check is the parking, where the parking of that particular flat that you are going to take is located. If it's sometime the parking here in Dubai is in open area, and sometime it's underground, so you need to ensure that your parking is underground, because in open area sometime you can have some trouble with the birds and the dust. So you need to ensure that you are having a parking in a place where your car is safe, and also you have no worries about getting it dirty. So after the viewing is done, for the viewing we have multiple viewings in one day. I will recommend you in one day, don't arrange more than 2 or 3 viewings, because you will get stuffed so much that you will not be able to make a difference. You will not be able to understand that what I have seen. So I recommend you, if you are arranging the viewing, arrange for a unit or 2, so you are sure that what you are looking, and you're not getting tired while viewing, so it will not stuff your mind. And once the viewing is done, you can ask about the rental and the deposit as well, and try to talk to the agent and see if there is a chance of negotiation in the price and all. So you will have an idea that if this particular property has some chance, and how closer it is from your budget. So viewers, after that, once you went for 2-3 viewings, maybe more than that, or unless you find a reasonable option, you keep on viewing and keep on making a note for the property which is the best one. And I also recommend you to make the videos whenever you're going for a viewing. If you make the video, that will help you to review the property which you are seeing it. And also it's very important to have a broker who is giving you a right picture. A hanky-panky broker who is not confirmed what he's talking about, or if he is not sure that what property he's showing either he can give you or not, that kind of broker will create a trouble in the future as well. Because as this is a very famous saying, that first impression is the last impression is. So if you are having somebody he is not clear about the things, you are asking him some questions and he is not clear, he will tell you, okay, I will check with the landlord, then I will let you know, or I will check with my boss. Yes, sometimes it's okay, but not all of your question. If you feel somebody is not straightforward, so you need to close this chapter and look for somebody who is more straightforward, who can give you a better idea about the things. And you can judge the people by different questions. So this is how you will make interaction with the agent. And unless you find a reasonable option, you keep on seeing the options. So right now you find a reasonable option, so just one reasonable option is not enough. Keep 2 or 3 options, let's say, between the time, because landlord is dealing with the different agents. So if you are shortlisting something and the landlord rent this property to somebody else, it will be again a hassle for you to see more apartments, and might be the closer option also by that time will be gone. So it's always recommended that you see and shortlist 2 to 3 options which is nearby your requirement or matching your requirement. So after seeing this and shortlisting, now it's time for you to ask to the agent the most favorable option for you. Ask that agent to send you a written quotation for that particular property. Once he send you a written quotation, it means that you will get to know how much is the final rent, how much is security deposit, how much is the commission, what are the chiller charges you have to pay. If chiller charges is included in Diva bill or you have to pay it separately. If there is any charges for using the clubhouse, if there is any charges for using parking, so each and everything you need to check with the broker. And if he forgets something, again, sometime broker forget the things, so if you feel that the broker forget the particular thing, you have to ask him, rather you put yourself and him in trouble later on. So you need to confirm it in advance. So after you know this, that this is final rent, you can probably not say it final rent, still you can negotiate on the rent. You ask for the proposal and you can negotiate on the rental and deposit and the commission, everything you can negotiate. And if there is a good deal, then it's time for you to decide on something. Before you go for deciding something, you need to check for the landlord documents. Landlord documents means what? That you have to check his title deed. In the title deed, the unit number will be mentioned, the parking number will be mentioned, the size of the unit will be mentioned. Sometime the agent or the advertisement itself have wrong size, so it will definitely affect you. If you are going to take a property, let's say you say it's 1200 square foot, but you will get only 1000 square foot, so 200 square foot is gone nowhere, and you are getting something not which you don't want. So need to verify the size of property, the parking and the ownership. So after getting this document, it's now time for you to decide if you are going to take this property or not. Let's say you said, I am going to take this property. You will tell to your broker that, okay, I am interested in this property, can you hold this property for me? Because till the time you did not hold the property, you will not be able to get it if there is some other customer in the line and he comes up with the booking or with the checks. So you will not be able to get this particular property. You have seen it, you are talking to the agent, but unless you did not book it and you did not pay the booking fees or the amount, you can say it as a security, you are not liable to say that. You cannot say that, okay, this is I am going to take, because landlord might be dealing with the different people. So if you think this option is good for you, tell your agent, I am interested in this property and I want to book this property. Then he will say to you, okay, pay me 5% security deposit and then you can book this property, or a small token amount which is 1000 dirham or 500 dirham for the booking. And another thing, when you are booking a property, this is very, very important, that on the booking receipt you need to mention the terms which you are making. Let's say the rent, the security deposit, the commission, you need to mention in the booking receipt. And also, if you need to see that the property, if they are mentioning that the landlord approval is there, if they need to wait for the landlord approval, then you have to also know that the landlord might refuse the offer. So this could be another hassle. So you need to mention in the booking receipt, subject to owner approval. If the owner does not approve this offer, the amount will be refunded. Most of the time, when in my experience there is some problem at the time of booking and the agent might be not confirming in a reasonable way, or the customer has the doubt, the booking amount, sometime the real estate agents or the companies will not refund back if you are having the trouble. So you need to ensure that the booking amount you are paying on what terms and condition. So if any terms and condition you will breach, it will not be refunded back to you. If the terms and conditions are not accepted by the landlord, if the landlord will not accept them, then definitely this is refundable. This should be refundable. So you need to ensure this thing at the time of making a booking. So viewers, now we are on the position that we are going to take a property and we make a booking already, and it's time for the landlord to accept our booking. You should give a 24-hour to 48-hour time to the agent to give you a final confirmation. Some of the times it's confirmed and they will ask you to give the rental checks, and some of the time they need some time for the landlord approval. So you have to give little time to the agent to ensure that this offer is accepted. Let's say the second day or after 48 hours you are asking your agent if the offer is accepted or not. If he says the offer is accepted and you have to bring the checks and finalize it, this is one thing. And the second thing, he might say that sir, offer is not accepted, you either increase the offer or you can take back your deposit. Now the choice is yours if you want to increase the offer to go with the deal or you want to take back your deposit. So if you say let's say the landlord is accepting the offer, so what you will have to do then, you will have to ask him, okay, I'm ready to sign an agreement, can you please send me the draft of tenancy agreement. This is what you have to ask to your agent. Why you need to get this the tenancy agreement draft? Because sometimes some of the landlord have some very strict terms and condition. It will be for bounce check, it will be for maintenance, it could be for anything. So we don't want to go with the owner who is very strict on the terms and condition, or maybe who is unfair. We have to have a tenancy agreement which is fair for both of the parties, which is fair for the landlord and which is fair for the tenant as well. So you have to ask your agent, please send me a draft of tenancy agreement. So once he will send you the draft of tenancy agreement, read it thoroughly and read each and every point. And if you feel something you need to negotiate on, you reply to your agent that I want to change this or replace this or delete this. So once you will send this one, he will let you know some of the landlord will not accept any changes, some of them will accept it. So if they are accepting, okay, we are willing to change it, if the changes are acceptable from the landlord side, so you can then make an appointment for final signature of the tenancy agreement. Once you're going to sign the tenancy agreement and you are asked to make the rental checks, the installments, you need to ensure that you are making the rental checks, you are issuing the rental checks on the name of landlord. Another thing, you need to ensure that the security deposit you are paying is also on the name of landlord. If the agent is saying to make under his name or somebody else's name, third party name, you need to ask a supporting documents, which is power of attorney. If there is a power of attorney where it's mentioned that this person who is having this power of attorney has right to get the checks under his name, then you can make the checks under his name. But if it's not there, you should not give the rental checks other than the landlord. So now it's time for you to go to the brokerage office and sign a tenancy agreement and issue the checks and issue their commission as well, and take a receipt for it. For the rental check, if it's under the name of that particular company, then they will issue you receipt. Otherwise, if it's under the name of landlord, they will only make the copy and stamp it, and they will say that okay, original check received on behalf of landlord, which is also fine because you already know that this particular person is the landlord. So after you will give them the checks, now you sign the tenancy agreement, and they will tell you, sir, your first check will be encashed, then you will get the tenancy agreement. So now it's time for you to wait by the time you will have this message from the bank that your check has been debited from your account, this amount against this check. So once you receive this message, you immediately have to confirm to your broker that, sir, I have received the message, the money has been debited, so can you please give me the tenancy agreement. He will say, sir, I will now contact with the landlord and get you the tenancy agreement. So he will contact the landlord and he will ask him, sir, the check is cleared, can you please get us the tenancy agreement. The landlord probably already given him, or he will then sign the tenancy agreement and hand it over to the agent or the agency you are dealing with. Make it sure that you follow up when the money is withdrawn from your account. Sometimes it happens that if you will not follow up, they will just relax because for them money is there, and the things totally, your rental is started, so you have to follow up on this because sometimes people are lazy. So you will have to follow up and you have to get the tenancy agreement within 24 to 72 hours of signing the agreement, or maybe within 48 hours of checks getting cleared. So once You will have this tenancy agreement. Now it's time for you to make ijari. What is ijari? Ijari is registration of the tenancy agreement in Dubai Land Department. Where it will be done? It will be done in the centers. There are ijari centers in Dubai. There is in Deira, in you can find it in Al Manara, in Al Tawar center, where you will pay around 220 dirham currently, and you will get the ijari done. So after having this ijari done, ijari will have all the details of the property and you being tenant, and it will be a certificate number, so it will ensure that you are the right tenant for the property. Sometimes what happen is the previous tenant who left the apartment will not cancel the ijari. So in this case, if his ijari is still valid, you have to get an NOC from the tenant and from the landlord to get it cancelled. The real estate agent should be responsible for this, that the apartment he is giving to you, ijari is cancelled already. If it's not cancelled, then there will be another hassle and it will take a little more time. So if the ijari where the previous tenancy agreement of the previous guy is expired, it will be cancelled automatically, but you will have to pay maybe 50 dirham for that. So this will be another cost which you can claim from the landlord. So this is a very important point. Ensure and ask your agent that there is no ijari exist on this particular property, and if there is an ijari, you will request him to get it cancelled before you involved in the deal. Okay, let's say there is no ijari, everything is fine, and you went to make ijari and it's done, and now you will get one link in your email to get the DEWA activated. Make sure that the email address and the mobile number you are initially giving to the agent for preparing the tenancy agreement are correct. This will help you, because later on every communication from DEWA or ijari or from the landlord or from RDC, Rent Dispute Center, from any competent body, it will come to that email and that mobile number. So ensure that you are giving a right mobile number and a working email addresses. So after making the ijari, now it's time for you to open DEWA. You will get one message from DEWA or email from DEWA saying that they have received a request for opening your DEWA account, so you are requested to pay the DEWA deposit. You will online pay DEWA deposit through your debit card or credit card, whatever, and within 24 hours your DEWA will be activated. If it's not activated, you can always call DEWA and follow up that I have paid the deposit on this time, it's not yet activated. So you will follow up and they will activate it. And in some cases, if it's not getting open, they will tell you the reason, and then you can follow up with your agent. Now you have DEWA is activated in your flat, and now it's time for you to go to the flat and do the snagging. Once ijari is done, you will be able to go and check the flat if there is any issue with the maintenance. Now you have to cross check it at the time. Sometime the agent will help you for doing snagging. He will go with you, and they will send the company will send somebody to do the snagging. But sometime if there is no snagging, then how to deal with this kind of situation, I will let you know as well. So once the DEWA is activated, now you have the key, and you will do the inspection of the property. That is called the handover. In the handover, you have to check each and everything, and if there is something wrong, you need to inform to your agent by email. And you can also put his company in the CC, and if you manage to get the landlord email, normally they'll not give, but if you manage to get the landlord email, also put him in the CC and mention that I have taken the handover of this property, and now I have got the handover, and I connected DEWA, and I come to know that these things are not working. There is a fault in AC, a water heater, a light, or there is some problem in some cupboard. So mention each and everything, take a photo and make a video, so you will have a proof. Sometimes it should not happen, but sometimes it happens that once you pay to the landlord, maybe sometime they will they will just not respond to you, or maybe they are not giving you that much attention. So in this case, you will have the proof for each and everything. Some of the instance when the landlord or the agent will not give you feedback on doing the maintenance, you have to do it yourself, which can be claimed later on by the landlord at the time of handover. And also, by the way, this is very important to send an email when you take a handover that these are the things which are not working, and you are requested to repair them as soon as possible. The landlord at the time of handover should repair them, and if they are not repairing it, it means that this is going to be something legal, but you will have to do it yourself first, and then you can claim from the landlord. So this is the thing till handover. So let's say everything is fine, handover is done. Now it's time for you to enjoy your living, and you will also have to take at the time of handover any access card or remote control, and need to ensure that they are working and they are in good condition. Another thing which you have to verify from your agent is if the service charges of the property are paid. If the service charges of that property will not be paid, you will not get the access to the amenities and the facilities. That will be blocked because the landlord is not paying service charge, so they will always have a trouble with the facility management. So these are some important things. Viewers, if you don't have a checkbook, then how to do? You don't have a checkbook, you are new in Dubai, you don't have account, or maybe you have account but the checkbook is delayed, but you need a room to stay. In this case, you should ask a checks, you should borrow the check from some of your friend, and then once you have the account, you can replace them with those checks, and you have to inform this to the agent that okay, I am not having the check, so can you please check with the landlord if my friend's check is okay, and then later on I will replace them. So this is a brief video about renting a property in Dubai. There are many things which sometime we cannot mention in the video, or sometime with the situation it happens. So if you feel that you have some situation or you have some question about it, you can give me a call and you can ask me anytime. No worries. If you don't know me even, there is no problem, you can give me a call and I'll be very happy to assist you. My mobile number is 058-878-1989. I am a registered real estate consultant in Dubai, and we are authorized sales partner for all the major developers in Dubai, and we can assist you to buy any property in Dubai. If you're interested to buy any property in Dubai, or you have a portfolio of the property where you want somebody to manage this property for you, you can also give me a call. So this is it for today. I'll be seeing you in the next video. I hope the video is helpful. Please like my video and subscribe my channel, and I'll be keep on giving you some nice views and informative videos. And you take care of yourself, viewers. Goodbye.